Plaintiff Carrie Fisher is suing her ex-boyfriend for car repairs and door damages. Carrie says she knows she's an idiot for dating a man 14 years her junior, but she claims the defendant was physically abusive to her, and she hit him back and gave him a black eye. Defendant Anthony Brown admits that he and the plaintiff had a volatile relationship, and he's countersuing for damaged property because he claims the plaintiff destroyed his TV during one of their fights.
Carrie Fisher is suing Anthony Brown, her ex-boyfriend, for car repairs and door damages, and Anthony is countersuing his ex-girlfriend for damaged property. Tell me why you're suing your ex-boyfriend.
Well, first of all, I know I'm an idiot for dating a man 14 years younger than me.
He's 14 years younger than you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
38.
You're 38? That makes you 24?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Carrie, where'd you meet this guy?
I met him through a mutual friend at a bar I used to work at.
Okay. He
was really nice, cute, sweet. We had a good time together. Sex was good. It wasn't the best, but it was good. We dated for about 8 months, and then it became pretty physically abusive, tumultuous relationship. Physical fights we both got into. Fought each other. Mutual. I kicked his through, gave him a black eye.
Beat the hell out of me.
She did? All right. Go ahead. Talk to me.
So he did have a little drinking problem and domestic battery problems.
Did you?
I have a drinking problem a little bit. We like to drink together.
How often do you drink?
Occasionally, once a week on the weekends.
That's it?
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Once a week. Do you work?
I'm currently unemployed.
Okay. And so how are you living?
Unemployment checks. It's not really going too good.
You need a job?
Yeah, I could take a job.
All right. Burger King, Taco Bell, Jimmy John's.
Not one of those.
Why? Why would you live on unemployment and not get a job? And you're in a situation where you're with a woman 14 years older than you, you're battering each other, and you're drinking on the weekends. What's wrong with you?
She was paying for it.
Touche. All right, so why are you suing him?
So I let him borrow my car one evening. I was working. He needed to go take one of his anger drinking management classes. So I let him use my car.
Anger management, Anthony?
Yeah, it was court related.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, court mandated means you have a conviction.
Yeah.
For what?
Intimidation, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest.
Drunk at the time?
Partially. It was part of the problem, yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Carrie.
So I let him use the car. He had my car for 6 hours while I was at work. Brought my car back. He sat at the bar for an hour, didn't tell me anything was wrong with my car. We go out to the car. My car is barely running.
I'm scared she's going to beat me again.
What kind of car are we talking about?
A 95 Lincoln Continental.
95 Lincoln Continental.
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead.
So in the meantime, we ended up going to the gas station. I wanted to just kind of check it out and see what happened to it. One of my friends pulled up, and she's a witness. I actually have a statement for her. I don't know if you'd like to see it.
I'd like to see it. Go ahead.
And when he was stating that he would pay for the damages, whatever he did to my car that night.
What happened to the car?
He blew 3 or 4 pistons. I have also a statement from my mechanic.
Let's see from the mechanic.
Like to see that.
What'd you do to the car that night?
I borrowed the car. I took it out. Just cruising around. Went to the class. Went to Target. Went home. And supposedly the engine blew. But she told me 2 weeks prior to this that the car was dying out every time you stopped. So she's like, be easy on it. So I babied it. I wasn't hot rodding it or nothing. You can't blow a Lincoln. It's a 95. It's a Lincoln. You can't blow an engine.
You cannot blow an engine on a Lincoln, exactly, unless you're hot riding it, as my mechanic stated there.
This particular breakdown is related to possible heavy acceleration and very possibly abuse.
Where it was a prior problem.
And may I state, Your Honor?
Yes.
His mother told me at some point in time, because we had borrowed her car when I was carless, that's how Tony drives cars. He does not know how to drive a car correctly. He hot rods them.
Let me ask you a question.
What does that have to do?
If they
blew all your
wouldn't there
cars
be
up.
pistons or but if he's hot rodding, what's going to tell me he's hot rodding?
Really, there's no real way to tell if it's hot rod.
Were you hot rodding?
No, and
Don't
when
lie
I brought,
to me.
No, I did not. If I'm I would not pick a Lincoln for one. You can't hot rod a Lincoln.
Maybe that's the only car you had that night.
This is a Lincoln. This is how you drive a Lincoln.
Yeah, I got it.
This is how you do it.
I got it. But if you don't have a Camaro or something else,
Do you hot rod a Camaro or a Mustang? You pimp a Lincoln.
Carrie. Carrie. You're a beautiful 38-year-old woman. What are you doing with him?
I made a mistake. I learned my lesson the hard way.
Do you go out with younger guys all the time?
Not ever as young as him. I never dated anybody as younger as him.
All right. Why are you with a 38-year-old woman?
Sex. Sugar mama. She's cute. She's a very beautiful girl. That's all I'm saying.
Why aren't you with another beautiful girl who's 24?
There wasn't one around that day.
You know what?
She picked me up and brought me home to her house. I don't know.
Did you drink that night that you had her car?
No.
Sure.
Positive. Until I got to the bar.
Okay.
Where she was working. Then I started drinking.
Okay.
Because I don't drink and drive.
Are you two finished?
Oh, yeah. I learned my lesson the hard way and expensive, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Stand up.
Carrie's witness for what happened at the bar.
Tell me your name.
Dolores.
Hi, Dolores.
Hi.
Why are you here today?
He was abusive to her. I have seen that, Tony.
How was he
mutual.
abusive?
I've seen him grab
I
her.
protected myself.
You gave me a black eye.
The
Good.
night after we were in the bar, when he kicked the door and busted the door that
Talk
she
to me
paid
about
for.
the night at the bar.
She was working. We all met up at where she was working at. She closed the bar. We decided all to go to another bar. We were sitting at the table, and Carrie seen a guy that she knows, and he was just talking to her for maybe 5 minutes. He said, "Well, Carrie, it was nice seeing you." And Tony looked at him. He said, "Yeah, hi, bye," and then cursed him out. Those two proceeded to get into an argument, and the owner of the bar asked my boyfriend to escort him out. When they got to the door, Tony kicked the door in and busted it.
What happened?
Pretty much almost all of that. On my way out, there's 6 people carrying me out because of the situation, the argument between me and this guy that was staring down her shirt.
He asked her how she was doing. She said, "I'm doing fine."
You weren't bartending
Tony's a very
there.
jealous
Very
person.
jealous.
Okay. So someone asked her how she was doing and was looking down her shirt. And what did you do?
He's being rude.
How was he being rude?
She was being a little slut. Hooker.
Okay. All right. So you get mad at her because a guy is talking to her, and I don't really care what he's saying, to the point where they take you out of this bar. What do you do when they
As
take
I'm
you out?
going out, I'm forced out. I kicked the door open. It wasn't like it was pushing it open. And I forgot that I was buzzed a little bit, and I had my steel-toe boots on. The window just broke.
When did you first get in trouble, Anthony, that you were ordered to anger management?
2 years ago, roughly.
Do you have a juvenile record?
No.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. All right. And so you're suing him for what?
For the car, and I have a receipt for the door I paid for that night.
Why did you pay for the door?
So he wouldn't get his butt kicked. Because
So he wouldn't
the
get his butt kicked?
The 6 guys that were there did want to stomp on him. And
Why?
hurt him.
What did he do?
He kicked the door. And
No,
he was
before. Why? Other than the door.
he was argumentative with that gentleman that he was talking about, and the owner wanted him out of there because he was acting a fool.
Now, Anthony, on the other hand, is suing for a flat screen TV and cell phone. What happened here?
After that night, she came over, furious about what happened, and was like, "How do you like your stuff being broke? And how are you going to do this to me?" And ran up to the TV, and I had a 50-inch plasma. I have the receipt right here, and slammed it into the wall. And there's wrinkles on it now. It's garbage. I threw it out.
Can I please show you some evidence I have? This is his roommate stating that he broke his own TV.
The true story of how the TV got broke. So against my better judge, oh my goodness, I offered him a drink. We proceeded to drink and made a very short, then evening took a turn. By Tony's track record, he started pushing me and shoving stuff. Then he picked up his 50-inch flat screen TV, threw it on the ground. Then he proceeded to unsuccessfully pick up that TV over his head. So he started stomping on the screen. So after he broke the TV, which is in perfect working order prior to this event, he threw his surround sound speakers through a 6-pane window. All right. Okay. The issue for the court is whether or not the defendant owes the plaintiff money for property damage. I don't think there's any question based upon your conduct in this courtroom today that you were hot rodding that car that night. And so even though it is an older car, I suspect that it did have some problems. And so the request by the plaintiff for reimbursement in the amount of $2,600, I think is a bit much based upon the age of the car. I'm not taking any more testimony. I am going to require that you pay $2,000 for that car. Now, the damaged property. The truth is that you paid for the door without your being sued for it, and because you wanted to do him a solid, you didn't want him to get beat up. That was a gratuitous payment on your part. You didn't have to do that. By doing that, you created a gift for the defendant, Anthony. Now, with respect to the flat screen TV, I don't believe one thing you said here today, so you weren't getting the money for it in any event, but that certainly added a little color to the case. Verdict for the plaintiff. Stay away from younger men.